Hey everyone, and welcome back into another episode of Today in the NA. I'm Brandon Hofstra, and there's plenty of news from around the league to catch you up on. We'll highlight some NAHL alumni in the NCAA. We'll take a look at the division current standings and preview some weekend matchups. But before that, and as always, let's take a look at the NCAA commitments. Bismarck defenseman Matthew Rafalski recently made his commitment to play NCAA Division I hockey for Lindenwood University. Rafalski is currently in his rookie season in the NAHL and second year of junior hockey, posting 7 points through 10 games this season, including 2 points at the NAHL Showcase. The Wisconsin native led Bismarck's blue line in points and looks to continue that success this weekend against the Austin Bruins. Maryland's Evan Sofakaitis announced his commitment to play D1 hockey at the University of Maine. The Bloomfield Hills, Michigan native has been a reliable blue liner for Maryland, recording 9 points through 11 games played this season. The 06 birth year defenseman is the 8th Black Bear who is committed to play NCAA Division I hockey. Sofakaitis and the Black Bears will be facing off against the Mountain Kings on home ice this weekend. David Helledy of the Maine Nordiques has announced his commitment to play Division I college hockey for Bentley University. The 2003 birth year defenseman from Milwaukee, Wisconsin is playing his third season with the Nordiques, accumulating 34 points over 76 career games. So far through 13 games this year, Helledy has recorded 2 goals and 9 assists for 11 points. Helledy got off to a strong start at the NHL Showcase in Blaine, where he recorded a goal and 3 points over the weekend. Congratulations again to those players on making their NCAA Division I commitments. We'll move right along here. Let's take a look at what some NA alumni have accomplished in the NCAA over the last weekend. Last weekend, Augustana University faced off against Bowling Green for their home opener weekend in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Former Anchorage Wolverine and first ever Augustana commit Hunter Bischoff made history with 5:08 remaining in the first period by scoring the program's first ever goal at the NCAA Division I level. Former New Mexico Ice Wolf and Michigan State Spartan forward Joey Larson took home the honor of Big Ten Second Star of the Week after a stellar weekend performance against Air Force. Larson recorded 5 points on the weekend, including a hat trick and 4 points in the Spartans' 5-4 win on Saturday night. His opponents and also former NAHL alumni Brennan Gibbons and Owen Dubois made their mark for Air Force as well. Former Aberdeen Wings Dubois had 3 points in Air Force's 6-5 win on Friday, while last year's Nordiques captain and forward Gibbons took home the honors of the Atlanta Hockey Rookie of the Week after scoring twice and recording 4 points over the weekend. Former Jackalopes Jack Musa was also honored Rookie of the Week in Hockey East with 5 assists over the weekend against the University of Michigan, while former NAHLers Ludwig Persson, Alex Tracy, and Jason Grande also picked up weekly honors. Congratulations to all those guys excelling at the next level. Almost all teams across the North American Hockey League have played in over 10 games so far this regular season, and the divisions are starting to take shape. All but one division thus far has a new squad sitting atop of the standings. Starting with the Central, the 2023 Central Division champion Austin Bruins continue their dominance in the division, boasting an 8-2 record and sitting 3 points above second place Aberdeen Wings, despite playing 2 fewer games. The Bruins are led in scoring by veteran 2023 top prospect and Dartmouth College commit Austin Solani, who has 11 points in 10 games so far. Out east, the Northeast Generals and Maryland Black Bear equal each other in points with 20 to share first place in the division. The Generals have a game in hand on the Black Bears. The 2 East Division powerhouses will not face off against each other until a weekend series in Attleboro on January 12th and 13th. In the Midwest Division, the Chippewa Steel and Minnesota Wilderness are currently tied for first place with 16 points. Similar to the Generals out east, the Steel have a game in hand on the Wilderness and are riding a 7-game winning streak, but that'll be put to the test for the next 2 weekends as both teams will go back-to-back for home and home. Talon Blanc leads the offensive charge for Chippewa with 6 goals and 8 assists through 11 games so far. Finally, we move to the South to highlight the Lone Star Brahmas as they sit atop of their division with a 9-4 record, 19 points, and on a 7-game win streak. Last weekend, the Brahmas headed north to sweep the Colorado Grit with a dramatic come-from-behind shootout win on Saturday night. Justin Kerr leads the offensive output for the Brahmas, so far scoring 5 goals and 5 assists through 14 games. Lone Star will face off against their rival Mudbugs tonight and tomorrow night on home ice. After taking a look at the division standings, let's finish today's episode by highlighting a few important matchups that may stir up the leaderboards. Tied for first place in the Midwest Division, the Chippewa Steel and Minnesota Wilderness will face off tonight and tomorrow in what should be a must-watch series. The two teams are led by new head coaches Colton St. Clair and Chris Ratzloff as they combine for 13 straight wins, and one will look to take the sole lead of the division away. Keep an eye on the top scorers for Minnesota's Ashton Doms and Chippewa's Peyton Platter. The St. Cloud Norsemen and Minot Minotaurs will be playing Friday and Saturday night at Mesa Arena in Minot. Both teams look to build momentum on sweeps from last weekend as the Minotauros took down the North Iowa Bulls on the road, and St. Cloud defended their home ice against the Bobcats. This is the first meeting of the season for these two clubs, and they won't see each other again until the first week of January. Finally, we look out east as the defending East Division champions host a red-hot New Hampshire Mountain Kings for a Friday and Saturday night tilt. New Hampshire is coming in off of a 3-win weekend with a sweep over the Rebels and a Sunday victory over the fourth-place Nordiques. The Black Bears look to turn things around after falling in consecutive nights to Maine last weekend. New Hampshire forward Sean Bradley is a name to look out for, recording at least a point in 7 of his last 8 games played. As always, you can stay tuned and be up to date with everything North American Hockey League, and you can watch the games live all weekend long on NAHL TV, and follow along on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube as well. Signing off for Today in the NA, thanks again for watching. I'm Brandon Hofstra. We'll see you next week.